Hey there, this is Wester70 with tips and tricks for Haven and Hearth. Today we're going to work on harvesting and beehives and querns, and with a little help from your friends. You have to kind of play around with plowing a little bit. It doesn't always work as you might expect it to do. You kind of need to go a little beyond, and sometimes it doesn't seem like it really, you think you're plowing one area and not so much. It doesn't always seem to work out that way. So here we're almost finished with our plowing. We've got a little bit left to do, and that'll be it. Okay, so I think that we've done that. So now we're going to pick this up. Now we're going to go in, we're going to look through our crops, find the best quality of the crops, and then make a determination where we're going to plant them all. But I think the wheat field, which I have the most of, will be in the main area. Okay, so right now we've got enough to start our onion field, and that's what we're going to do. And so that's one. Now I picked these onions because they're the best available, the group I have. And you can make various foods out of these, which I intend to make once I get an oven. Yeah, one thing I better start figuring out building that oven and start doing with some things here. Let's see. My odd crops are going to go over here. These are the hop cones. And some of this stuff I'm just using for trade purposes. I also want to do beehives as well. One of my friends that I've met on this game is helping me out, and so he's bringing me some new seeds to try. So we'll see how that works out. It's funny. You meet a lot of interesting people in this game. And so far, everybody I've met, I've liked. I mean, I haven't had any issues at all with anybody. I'm a little wary, I think you might say, but I think overall, it's been a very pleasurable experience. So it's a cooperative effort, which I think is pretty cool. You get all these people that are interested in the game, and they start to do stuff, and so it makes it a lot more fun when you have a cooperative thing. He's saying that pumpkin is huge, which I think I've seen. They are a little outsized for what I consider a typical pumpkin. The lag is bad today. There we go. He kind of walks right on in. That's the thing, is that I think he has adventure criminal or something like that, where he can actually walk into your place. Now he says he can't take anything. That was kind of I knew that if you had, I think, vandalism, you can actually enter other people's property. And but I was a little surprised that he could just walk onto my claim. That was a shock, actually. Anyway, so I think that with the help of my friends, I think that's a Beatles song, isn't it? So anyway, we've got a nice crop going here, and the next task is to make a beehive and go on and to do that. The crops do grow slowly if you don't have a beehive, and so you need to have be careful, to your benefit, to have a beehive on your property. So that'll be the next thing I do, and see what we can do. So right now we're finishing the harvesting. As part of the harvesting uh, process, we leaves both seeds and the hay, and the hay is integral to some other processes such as building the beehives. And the beehives are important because then it speeds the growth of your crops. So right now we're trying to harvest the hay. So we'll be gathering the seeds, and then I'll have to drop off the crop I have. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the finishing touches on our beehive, hopefully. Right click on the construction sign if you wish. I've got 5, and that's exactly what I need is 5. And this will be our first beehive. I'm assuming the bees just come naturally to the hive and then they'll start to do it. You have to build it on the stone driveway, and there you can see the little bees too. So if I was going to build another beehive, what I would do is I would go to build and then beehive, and then you would place it relative to its zone of control, which is the green circle you'll see on the screen. And I wouldn't recommend overlapping because apparently two in the same area don't have any effect. It actually just decreases the amount of one of them. So I would avoid that if you could, and place it in an area that would take care of more crops. Because of course of doing your harvest is that you turn your seeds and your crops into a viable product. In this case, we'll turn it into flour. So we have in our inventory over here a couple of wheat seeds. So we'll close in a little on this, and you hug the quorum, and then you go to craft, cooking, ingredients, and then flour. And then below you'll see that it says craft, and you need to have 2 wheat seeds to get 1 unit of flour. So we're going to press the craft button, and you see the quorum is now rotating, and eventually it will provide us with our flour, and then we can use that for baking. And so now we have 2 units of flour. So that's essentially how the Quern works, and it's part of the necessary toolkit that you'll need to make something out of your farming. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.